let me bring up a proper. Your next comedian, I met him about 10 minutes ago. Well, no, about an hour ago now, right? We met him about an hour ago, and we immediately hit it off by talking about stabbing young children. So he's a great guy. Love him to death. I just met him about an hour ago. Good guy, very funny. Give it up for Paul J. Mason.
Woo! Thank you. My name is Paul J. Mason, and I can tell you why an IUD falls out. I know exactly why. I'm not going to get too graphic right now, but I know why. Anyway, I just came back from seeing Iron Man 2, which makes me a lot better than a handful of all of you, because I was able to do something that you have to do tomorrow. Because I have a 2-month break from my job. Anyway, how come a bomb that's found in New York City kills no one and is found right away? Nobody dies. Guy who's responsible is put in jail. Yet, I can blow up Liberty City in 5 different places and not one cop chases me. Why is that? Anybody? I haven't the slightest clue. Anybody watch Deadliest Warrior?
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
On Tuesday, did you see Tuesday's episode?
Don't have cable, just see it.
Very important episode. It was Jesse James and his gang versus Al Capone and his associates. Want to gander and guess it? Who won?
The associates.
It was Jesse James.
Oh.
Which surprised the shit out of me. I mean, the episode ended with Al Capone and Jesse James in this old-style Western cell, and Al Capone was literally slapping the piss out of Jesse James with his brass knuckles on, and one of Jesse James's riflemen shot Al Capone from a long distance. I felt kind of, cheated because they left out round 2. The 3 cars packed with people armed with Tommy guns, waiting for them to leave. That's exactly what would have happened. It's actually a misconception. It's a misconception that Al Capone died in prison. Because he didn't die in prison. He was out of prison long enough to become crazy and then die. He contracted syphilis when he was a young man. And if you don't know, Lord knows I do, syphilis turns your brain into Swiss cheese. So, imagine about 20 years of having syphilis, you come out of prison to a fucking basket case. Could you imagine his former associates hanging out with him? Like Frank Nitti standing over him going, yep, there's the great Al Capone, screaming about communists and shitting himself. I'm gonna go kill myself. Yeah. Nobody gets that because Frank Nitti killed himself. Anyway. You don't need to get a phone, you need a phone that gets you. Does anybody recognize that? That's the slogan that they have for those smartphones nowadays. Smartphones. Isn't that what got the human race in trouble in all of those Terminator movies? Seriously, look at Arnold Schwarzenegger's character. He could mimic the voices of the people that he killed. Does anybody else not see that that's voice recognition technology? Arnold Schwarzenegger is an over-evolved Motorola Razr. But instead of letting you make phone calls, handling your contacts, and letting you play Bejeweled, he shoots you in the face for shit you haven't done yet. I'm an independent filmmaker, but I don't get along with other independent filmmakers because I think Legally Blonde is cinematic genius. See? Yeah, exactly. He knows where I'm coming from. Anyway, I'm the only one in my circle of independent filmmaker friends who hasn't made that pretentious, I woke up and I got a bagel this morning. I actually got arrested for the first film that I made. because I had to prove that somebody was still alive. If you ever find yourself in that situation, one of two things is going to happen to you. You're going to become a success, or you're going to spend the rest of your life in jail. I spent 2 years in jail. I ain't going back. So yeah, that's how that works. Like most of the population, I love the movie Scarface. Does anybody else love the movie Scarface?
Yeah.
I noticed one side of the room just not clapping. All of these people, probably not them because they're giggling, but all of these people just going along with what I'm saying. Ah, yeah. Anyway, I just don't get the fascination, you know? I mean, I don't get the fascination. I mean, yeah, he ran his own drug business. He ran it into the ground. I mean, I come into school one day, and I see a friend of mine. He was just decked out in Scarface stuff. Scarface pants, Scarface belt buckle, Scarface t-shirt, Scarface outer shirt, Scarface cap, Scarface Zippo in his pocket, Scarface skin on his cell phone, Scarface sunglasses, Scarface shoes. He probably had Scarface underwear on. You know, with that big-ass M16 where the penis is supposed to be. But anyway, he's a Puerto Rican kid, and that's relevant. That's relevant. He's like, Mason, you don't understand. All Latinos can relate to Scarface. Is that true? That's the face I made. I'm like, the fuck are you talking about? You really got to stop waking and baking. I'm like, really? So, all Latinos amass millions of dollars in cocaine, marry Catwoman, and then lose it all after getting shot in the back with a sawn-off shotgun after 50 Colombians shoot at him for about, what, an hour? He had to think about it for a little while. He's like, wait a minute, Mason. Halle Berry wasn't in Scarface? Da-da-da-da-da-da. What else do I got? As you can see, I dress to impress. This is what I look like in job interviews. That's why I am a counter at Home Depot's. And, yeah. They really love white people over there. Anyway. So, anybody have friends or are somebody that brags about their expensive shit all the time?
Oh, I got friends.
I have nothing but friends, people I went to high school with and friends, who brag about their expensive shit constantly. And I can't take it. So I started counteracting that with how thrifty I am. It works like a fucking charm. I swear to God, if you hate this problem, go up to your friends dressed like a hobo and do what I'm about to do. They will be speechless. They'll have nothing to say. My friend will be like, Mason, man, I just went shopping. Check out what I got. Shirt, American Eagle, $50. I'm like, oh yeah? Shirt, bought from a hobo in the bathroom of an American Eagle. $5. Speechless, but he thinks about it again. All right. Pants, $150, Old Navy. I'm like, pants, Salvation Army, free, came with the holes. He has to think about it for a little while, so he wants to pull out the big guns. So he's like, all right, check this out. Watch, $250. I'm like, oh yeah? See these shoes? Stolen. So, any questions? That's my time. Thank you very much.